Good Monday morning, fifth graders. It is Monday, May 11th, and hopefully everybody had a good weekend. The weather was kind of iffy this weekend, but hopefully you were nice to your moms and gave them a good day, even despite the weather. I know we had a fun weekend, I think, at our house, and got a chance to visit a little bit with my parents, my mom and my wife's mom, and kind of spoiled my wife a little bit to make her day special. So hopefully you guys had the same thing. Um, Kind of a longer video this morning. Just again coming back off a weekend, kind of trying to wrap our mind around what this week is going to look like. We do have a full week this week, kind of a weird concept based on what we've had the last couple of weeks, a 4-day week and a 3-day week. But we do have a 5-day week. I think it is still very similar, consistent routine with what we are doing. Our element project will be done or completed hopefully this week. My target date, and a lot of us asked during last week's Zooms when that's going to happen. And the target date is that you are completed with that project by Wednesday, and that you're going to share that or have it shared with me before then, but that we are going to do some activities with it starting on Wednesday and then into Thursday. So you've got a couple more days to work on that. Hopefully you've been taking advantage of the time that you had. And if you haven't, then this week again is going to be kind of one of those things where you got to be a little bit more, spend a little bit more time working, I guess would be the best way to say it. So make sure to try to have that done by Wednesday. And that could be Wednesday at any point. But as soon as I start seeing things that are shared with me, or as we talk about that on Wednesday, I'll be a little bit more specific about what the end of that project is going to look like, or how we're going to handle that as a class. Very similar to what we did with the Planet Project, but slightly different. So be aware of that. There will be no Zoom meeting today, guys. We're not going to meet on Monday, but we will probably have a Zoom meeting tomorrow. And with that, I'm kind of running a little bit of a social experiment and trying to kind of set up that Zoom meeting. So last week's Zoom meeting was we played a couple games. We did categories on Tuesday and a fact or fiction or true or false kind of a game on Thursday. And we're going to do something similar to that tomorrow, but I need information from you. So what I want you to do is your extra little assignment, and that's for the people who watch this video. And that's part of the social experiment, is I want to see how many people actually come in and watch this 5 to 10 minute video that I shoot every morning. Because again, guys, to me, that's I'm doing this for you, and I'm trying to make this kind of be a little bit of a connection that you can see me and understand what my expectations are for the day and what you have to do. But if it's not worth it, if I'm not getting a bunch of people watching this video, then I'm not going to take the time to shoot it, and I'll just type up a Schoology message and let you guys have that be the introduction for the day. But what I would like you to do with that, getting back on track and on topic, is by the end of the day today, I would like you to send me a Schoology message with one fact. It has to be a fact. It has to be something that you actually is true about you. Now, it can be really, really generic, like my favorite food is tacos, or my favorite animal is dogs, or something very basic, very straightforward. Or it could be something very intricate. It could be something that is, I've got 13 cousins, or I've got a specific fact or something that happened to you, that I shot my first deer hunting last year, or something that is a little bit more specific. So some sort of a fact or information about you. And I am going to put that and take that information and use that for our Zoom tomorrow. So for you to be included in that, I am going to need that fact by about 4 o'clock today. If I get it after 4, I can't promise that it's going to get in there. I'll check it tonight, and I'll be looking through those things, but I might have that list already created. So just be aware that if you want to be included, and if you've watched this video, that's kind of my what I want to see is how many facts do I get? How many people do I get sending me information to see and I can check how many views I have and how many people clicked on the video link and all that kind of stuff. But I think this is a little bit more interesting or for me, or more informative for me, because we're at about the 5-minute mark and I want to see how many people didn't just click on the video and move on to something else. So, for science, like we said, the science project is our main focus. I did see a few people got on and do Prodigy. I've not tallied up the grades yet for last week's distance learning. That's going to happen right after I make this video, guys. But I did see that we are still lacking about 50% of the people for our Think Central assignments for last week. So there will be some people, again, losing some points on their Think Central assignments that are going in the grade book for this week. So just, again, guys, I know it's one extra step and it's a couple extra clicks, but in all honesty, those Think Central assignments are, again, 5 to 7 questions max. And they're review for what the concepts are that we're talking about. So we're not just putting them on there to put them on there. That's extra practice problems to help you understand the concepts. I did have some Prodigy action, like we said, over the weekend. So some people got on. So I'll check those numbers and see how many of us got to right around 50 questions. So hopefully I've got a few more people doing that. The math for this week, my on-level group is very much just consistent going through. I think by the end of this week, I want to say Thursday or Friday, there's going to be a quick quiz on our area of 2D shapes, like area of triangles, things like that. Again, I can't remember. I've shot some of these videos multiple weeks in advance, so I've got to try to think about when they were in there. But I do believe we have a quick quiz towards the end of this week. And then my Accelerate group, you have a quick quiz practice in Think Central already. And so that's there. And I believe Tuesday is when we are taking that quick quiz. So there'll be a review in your folder today. And again, I can't remember if it's Tuesday or Wednesday, but I want to say Tuesday there's going to be a quick quiz. You should be checking that every day anyway. So if it's there and you see the word quick quiz on it, guys, that's a sign that that's going in as an actual score, and that you will be held accountable for what you get on that. You will have multiple chances to do it like you have all the way through. So please take advantage of that. Like I said, I am going to be setting up Zoom meetings, and I'll either send out that links through the email to parents tonight, or I will definitely be putting it into Schoology messages tomorrow morning like I have been. So I did find, though, when I set up those Zoom links the night before, that a lot of people are kind of losing them. They're getting extra messages stacked on top of them. So they're kind of losing the links and having to message me and say, hey, Mr. Mace, I don't have the link. So I might wait until the morning of the Zooms to create those in Schoologies, just so you know, and so you're not losing them, and it's right there for that day. I think if I send it out too early, it's kind of getting lost in the shuffle a little bit. So I'm trying to adjust and trying to make things happen. Let's have a great week, guys. I want to see a lot of activity. I know we're getting close to the end of the school year, and it's maybe getting harder to get on that computer every day and watch videos and answer questions. And well, the biggest thing I can tell you is come to our Zooms, have some fun. It's nice to have that face-to-face interaction. I would love to we've had almost exactly 50% the last couple of weeks in our Zoom meetings, whereas earlier we were having up to 60 and 70%. And I would like it to go the other way. I'd like to get up to 80 and 90%. I would love to see all of your faces at these Zoom meetings. That's why we set these things up, is to connect with you guys, is to see that. And they're not a lot of lessons, but they're still hopefully things that you enjoy. And I know some of us have other Zoom meetings going on around those times, but if you can't make one, try to make the other. And just connect with us. But more than anything, guys, I think we've got about a month, or a little less than a month, actually, probably about 3 weeks of real condensed and similar routine math concepts coming forward. Please push through to the end of the year. I know Memorial Day, we kind of, when we're even in a classroom setting, in a normal classroom setting, guys, that we tend to see that spring slide. We tend to see people paying less and less attention to it. And with the way we're set up right now, guys, and we're really only going to be working hard for a couple hours a day in most cases, don't let that happen. We need to get every kind of opportunity, need to see you taking pride and taking care of every opportunity that we put in front of you, because we're already kind of shrinking down what we are teaching you and making that a little bit more condensed and a less time period. Please take advantage and get in there and do those things. So Again, look forward to seeing you all at the Zoom meeting. Look forward to people asking questions. I will be here all day. So please make sure that you are checking in with me if there's something you don't understand. Look forward to hearing from you guys. Have a great day, and don't forget to send me those facts about yourself so I can set something up for our Zoom tomorrow. Have a good day.